Episode 1020 of the Vietnam Veteran News Podcast will examine some of the amazing similarities of the Vietnam War and the Soviet Union foray into Afghanistan. The vehicle for this examination will be a story by John Swartz on the Intercept website titled, "Ken Burns Says the Vietnam War Was Begun in Good Faith. So was every other lousy war." Swartz worked for Michael Moore's Dog Eat Dog films and was research producer for Moore's Capitalism, A Love Story. He's contributed to many publications, including The New Yorker, The New York Times, The Atlantic, The Wall Street Journal, Mother Jones, and Slate, as well as NPR and Saturday Night Live. In 2003, he collected a $1,000 bet that Iraq would have no weapons of mass destruction. With that in mind, we will proceed with the consideration of his conviction the leaders of both nations committed the same fatal mistakes in their decision to go to war on behalf of a client state. In the upcoming final episode of Ken Burns' Vietnam War, it will be concluded that the Vietnam War was a tragedy, immeasurable and irredeemable. At this, Swartz states, despite the voluminous evidence the series itself provides, it turns out the Vietnam War was not a crime, not a malfaction, nor an abomination. It was merely a tragedy, as the directors also say twice in a New York Times op-ed. He is leery of Burns and Novik's supposition about the good faith of the decent Americans who devastated Vietnam. He dug into the Soviet archives for background information about that country's incursion into Afghanistan back in the 1980s and found some eye-opening revelations. He makes some very interesting opinions as to the motivation of the Soviets. Listen to episode 1020 and discover the amazing things Swartz discovered about eerie similarities between American and Soviet actions in war. Go to VietnamVeteranNews.com.